standing on business. Together now. Standing on business. Bitch, always.
But I was done anybody telling me to be strong. Because I feel like I've been strong for the last 31 years of my life and I still have not seen any change, right? And that's me being a single mother of 2 kids now. And the story of why I'm a mother, I was totally unprepared, and that's another story for another day, but I still took accountability and responsibility for it despite how it happened, but that's neither here or there. What I'm saying is that fighting the struggle. And last year I was done. I was on my last string and I didn't want to fight anymore. Tired, driving hours for work. And I didn't need to work, but due to my EDD not coming through because of my job marking me as a full-time employee, stopped all checks and money coming to my home. And I had to figure something out. So I am being rewarded and backdated from the California state of not paying me those 8 weeks that I was off for maternity leave. Now backdated today. What is that to say? It's clear fog and smoke during the process, right? It's clear this fog, I want to give up, I'm tired, but I kept every day, despite the feelings and thoughts that I had, I still showed up. I relocated, I moved. That was a loss for me. Being on my own, having my own spot, that was a loss for me. And I moved, started over, and here I am. Don't give up. I'm not going to say trust the process. Everybody process.
You still a single mother with 2 kids.
Come on, not on that. Let me tell you what else I wanted to point out. Did anybody notice though how we was trying to make it seem like we hyping it up, that we waiting on the government to send another check? So once again, that's also another thing that destroyed families in America, right? You depend on daddy government. But then you said that somehow you ended up being a single mother twice. I want to know how you got tricked. You said you wasn't ready and you took accountability. No, ma'am. Taking accountability would have been never having that second baby and your ass still wasn't married. See, that would have been taking accountability after the first one. See, and then I'm also trying to figure out, Pop, how is it that people get out here and fornicate and make little people but stay trying to say they wasn't ready or they wasn't ready for what comes with it? You fornicating, ain't you? Don't you know little people come off of fornication?
In case somebody didn't tell you.
You know what doing the ooh, I did it do? You know what hunching do? And my mama used to say, you know what being fast do? So how you wasn't ready, man? And where accountability did you take, Papas? You take over. If you still got 2. That's all I want to know. That's all your son want to know. How you take accountability?
That's my point.
Where the hell was accountability at?
I'm like, how are you going to try and say that you took accountability when you got 2 babies? 2, which means 9 times out of 10. It sounds.
You got how many?
It sounds like.
Go on, take me there.
It sounds like you got 2 baby dads.
Take me there like the staple singles. That's what I'm talking about. I knew you were going there.
It sounds like you got 2 baby dads. I'm like, what are you thinking?
So where was the accountability if we still ended up with 2? 2 comes after 1.
Why are you gonna let somebody blow up the spot once again? Y'all
a second time.
A second time. You gonna let somebody go and blow up your spot a second time? But now guess what? So today, guess who you are? You're a single mother with 2 kids. Still trying to figure this out.
And on TikTok talking about how God was good and you shouldn't give up because the government finna send you some checks that's been backdated. And Lord knows you need them. And was this supposed to be like an inspirational video? Because I think you were supposed to be inspiring. Man, I'm going to tell you what you did. I hope you inspire young women not to be as dumb as you.
That's what I was thinking.
The only inspiration your video gave is Please don't do what this nincompoop did on this screen right here. I don't care what women tell me. You couldn't pay me to just be letting people shoot my club up. As you said a while ago, Pop, we ain't just gonna be letting them blow up the spot. When my boy John Witherspoon said when Smokey came over there, he said you gotta do a number 1 or you gotta do a number 2. You ain't gonna be doing a number 2 up in my life and you ain't my husband, player. If it's gonna be some babies being made, I need to be somebody's wife, or I'm cool on that. It ain't gonna be, I ain't having no babies to be on here doing these fake ass inspirational video. Talking about I'm happy being a single mother with 2 kids. I ain't gonna have them.
And we said this earlier. I'm gonna repeat this again. If you all are so intelligent, because let's just be real, because you always like to talk about the fact that you smarter than anybody else on the planet. So if you smarter than everybody else, then tell me the reason why 40% of y'all leave college with a baby.
Whoop, there it is.
Then also tell me the reason why we're going to go with the number 16% of the men fathers 80% of the children.
Out of wedlock.
If you are so smart, in this video right here, if you are so smart, why do you have 2 baby daddies?
Yeah, and what was the accountability? Because she said she took accountability. I'm just struggling on that part, considering that your dumb ass ended up in the same position from before.
I'm saying again, if you so smart, why you got 2 baby daddies?
Because she remedial.
Okay, so once again, for all the sisters out there, once again, we do know that y'all have multiple baby daddies. What is it, like 70% of them? Like, what it is?
70%, I believe 70% of black women got kids by more than one man.
Tell me what it is, and y'all supposed to be
and
smart.
Hispanic women is like right up under them.
Now tell me why that is. If you all are supposed to be the smartest people on the planet,
that's facts. Stand on that business.
If you're supposed to be the smartest people on the planet, then tell me the reason why you got all the kids out of wedlock. If you're so smart,
stand on that business.
See, guess what? The numbers don't lie. The facts don't lie.
But men and women do.
And it points out that obviously, you're going to get mad at me about this too. Obviously, hold on. I'm not going to say you're not intelligent. I'm not going to say that. But here's what
they book smart. They book smart for sure.
But here's what I'm going to say. But you are real good at making a whole lot of bonehead decisions.
Let the church say amen.
Different, but don't give up, you guys. Stay course. You want to sleep in your bed today? Cool, but wake up tomorrow. Keep waking up for yourself. Don't worry about the time and when things is going to happen.
That pep talk was terrible.
Y'all really get to live the life that you live.
We don't even know who
because of the baby mother that you have. In all honesty. Fathers get to pick and choose every single day what they, and I'm not, this not to take away from single fathers, because I'm going to get to y'all in a second, but I just think that it's really fucked up how y'all get to pick and choose when y'all want to do shit and when you don't. You can check in and check.
Let me tell you something that irritates me about this conversation, bro. Real good men, real good fathers, we don't just check in and we don't just check out.
She ain't talking about you.
My problem is thank you.
She talking about the 16% that
and that's my problem though, because we both know the narrative that gets pushed in our community, right? The narrative that gets pushed is like we are the majority. No. The brothers like me are not the majority. We are the minority. You know who making them babies. You know the thing is funny. I just want them to start shooting these videos and just saying we talking to Pookie and Ray Ray. Just clarify all of it. Because the numbers said that 54% of black men ain't got no kids, 30% is married. So you know who making all the damn babies. Okay, I just want you to start clarifying these videos. I don't check in and out of nothing. I am married, I work, I provide, I'm in everything. Every day. Okay. No. Because real men, and I'm sick of them trying to act like good men, ain't out here. No, y'all just don't like us.
No, I don't want no good men. That's just proven. They don't want no good men. They love and they like Pookie.
So you talking to Pook.
And they like Pookie and Ray Ray, and they're always trying to make it be, but here's the thing.
Chad and Tyrone. You know who you talking to.
why is it that you all are always trying your best to make a black man look horrible?
That's my problem.
But all the stats and the facts show us in a totally different light than how you all try to portray us. So when you talking about the ones that's checking in and checking out, that's because he got to go to his other baby mama's house too. And notice I said mamas with an S on it. So he got to go to his other baby's mama's house too.
Facts.
Because you're not the only one.
And you knew that when you started this little thing.
Out at your own convenience. Oh yeah, I just ain't been able to do. I've been fucked up, and that's that.
What
And
kind of man is this?
everybody say, "Oh, he trying." Be grateful.
I feel like they telling
trying.
themselves. Tell me
This
you
is
not
why
sleeping
we don't like
with,
to hear
with,
that
with
shit, and y'all
scum
feel like
buckets without telling me you
females
sleeping
or women
with
be
scum
so
buckets.
bitter, or baby mothers be so bitter where the dad is concerned. Because it's like, if I'm looking at this child in my face all fucking day, every day, I have to consider them for every single thing. I mean, some of us can't even take a bath without our children sitting on the floor while we showering. We can't eat by ourselves. Give me some. I want some. You got to feed them while you eating. Sometimes you got to sit in the car just to get.
I'm so damn sick, Papa. Women want credit for being a damn grown-up, for handling damn business, for standing on business. I can't stand these little damn simps who went and did this video. I only picked it because his clown ass is on here. Let me tell you something, ma'am. The only thing you did is what you were supposed to do. But let me just say something. If you don't want any of that, you can simply marry before you carry. Stop having babies and you ain't got nobody that's going to help your sorry ass.
That's it.
I'm sick of you and the little simps like this clown sitting on here.
Take some accountability of the fact that you continuously to let people blow up your spot, and you continuously let people blow your spot up that you already knew wasn't going to be a good daddy. Now, you can call it what you want to call it. But what it does is, it points to how freaking bad of a decision maker you are. That's what it proves.
He's sitting up here looking like Smokey the Bear with a little something up under his eye like he just got knocked out doing all this nodding. And I guarantee you the simp sitting right here ain't got no woman, ain't got no nothing. But he on Instagram trying to make this little simp ass video and call out men. Brother, let me tell you something. And here's the reason why you doing it. Because you probably been one of the ones who've been trying to do right, and you ain't never got picked by none of the women in our damn community that you want to. And guess what? Your ass ain't never gonna get picked. Because they either want you if you're a piece of shit with some good dick, or they want you for some money. They don't want you for nothing else. Now argue with your mama if you don't like what I said.
If the decision making was so good, you wouldn't be single.
Say it again, and you wouldn't be a single mother if your decision making was so damn good.
It points out to how bad your decision.
So while he's sitting over here with his simp ass trying to agree and listen to all this bull jive she talking, the only thing you describing is a man and a woman who ain't neither one of them got no business reproducing in our community. That sorry ass brother ain't neither, and your dumb ass ain't got no business letting them reproduce neither.
Sometimes you gotta eat on your way home.
No shit. That's normal parents.
Really get some.
If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help. Single mothers, we are exhausted. Please give us grace. It is not easy.
I'm not posting this to go viral. I'm not posting this for shit. This is how single moms with no fucking help look. This is how we are, crying behind closed doors. Our kids wondering what the fuck is wrong with us. I am convinced that people do not give a fuck. People do not care. I have nobody besides my kids, and they can't help me. They're kids. I am tired of trying. I am tired. I'm exhausted.
Why did we get to kids? It's plural. Why? Why, man?
Points out how bad your decision making is.
Emotional, damn it.
Hey, and she was emotional.
Let me.
The amount of men that I
Shut up. Let me say this. It's crazy, right, Pop? Is you say your kids can't help you. I'm always trying to figure out. If I had a kid as a woman, right, and nobody helped me, somehow I didn't marry before I carried, there would never be another human being that would be reproduced
until somebody
married me.
That's right.
I'm sorry, Pop, because I've been struggling with this one kid. I'm not gonna make plural.
I ain't gonna struggle.
There won't be no 2 or 3. We're not gonna multiply anything. We're not gonna make nothing plural. I don't get it, right? And I honestly, she's sitting there and she crying and she going on, and here's reality. That is strictly poor decision making. That's the definition of insanity. You keep doing the same thing.
Different results. So you thought you could go from one Pookie to another Pookie and get a different result.
And maybe another Pookie.
Okay, Pookie gonna always be Pookie.
Come on now. I don't care if his name is Deshaun, Tyshawn, or Marquez.
And I'm gonna say it again. And in most cases, Pookie already has multiple kids by multiple women that he can't be in their lives every single day.
And we know that to be true.
He probably already has that before he blew up your spot.
Oh, definitely got that.
So once more again, I'm gonna say the same thing again. Y'all can get on here and y'all can cry all you want to, but what it does is it points out how bad of a decision maker that you are. And here's the icing on the cake for me. Because the guy that was good to you, you left him. See, that's how it shows.
Oh, the guy that was good to you don't want.
So that's how it shows just how bad your decision making is. Because the guy that was actually good to you,
that would have been a father,
and the guy that would have been an everyday father, that's the guy you got rid of.
Well, he was boring. Ain't that what they say?
That's the guy you got rid of.
They say so once again, you don't bring street stuff and all that. They say you're boring. They say when you ain't got no mess. They say when you can't bring no chaos. They say when you can't be no hurricane or no tornado, you're boring.
Right, but you have to realize. So that means you need to be willing to accept and stop whining and crying and be willing to accept that 9 times out of 10 you're going to end up with a baby that you got to raise on your own.
Because you don't want that good guy. Like you just said, you don't want him. So accept it.
You need to accept that.
This was coming on your back end.
So now if you don't want what's considered the boring guy, if you don't want him, then you need to stop whining and crying and accept responsibility and accountability, and for you to be able to know, well, guess what? I'm going to probably be a single parent.
And you probably gonna be if you don't want the good boring guy.
And you need to accept
I'm sorry. Reality is that you probably gonna be a single mother if you don't want the good boring guy.
But once again,
if you want the thug and you want the excitement and all that, most of those guys are deadbeats. Matter of fact, 9 out of 10 of them are deadbeats.
Once again, it points out to your decision making. You call what you want to call it, but you got horrible decision making because that regardless of what you say,
she was in plural.
Regardless of what you say. You cannot logically get me and or show me why you really would leave.
I felt that.
The boring guy.
I felt that.
From a logical standpoint.
I felt that.
Point to me and show me and tell me the reason why you would really leave the boring guy that provides you with everything.
A life that's way easier on you than the one that you went and chased.
You chose that.
So yeah, he might be more predictable because he gonna come home from work, he gonna do right, you ain't gonna go through his phone, catch him in no mess, he ain't gonna bring a lot of excitement as far as that go, but reality is though, he gonna provide you with a life that's less stressful than the smooth operator like Sade over here.
You don't want him, but then you want to get over here and you want to talk about this really come down to the decision that you made. So you don't want to,
because he will move on and get the wife that you should have been. We all know that, right? Because we see him do TikToks all the time about how so now that guy moved on. What was he talking about in the video we posted the other day with the sister? When she got done, she said that brother went on, found him somebody else to build with. Now she's sitting over here doing these videos and started her own podcast, trying to tell women, don't get your ass out here and do what I did. You're going to end up my age by yourself. Because I didn't want that. I left that. She said, I stacked my body count up. He moved on. He went and found somebody else and built a life. Now I got a cat, a dog, and some boxed wine. The big banks is investing in them. They said by 2030, what is it, Dad? 45% of women who can have kids will be single and lonely. Let the church say amen.
That's what it said.
They better stop playing around here.
Between the age of 20 and 44.
Gonna be single and child.
Gonna be single. And y'all do realize we this is the end of the year. So we really don't talking about 6 more years, just in case y'all was wondering.
Let the church.
That's a whole lot of single women.
Say amen. We need to straighten it up. We got to get right. But one thing we got to do, we got to stop this damn single mother problem and this epidemic out here in America. And we got to shut that thing down.
Stop letting them blow up your spot. That's all the thing I'm going to tell you.
It's me and Pop. We over here on the couch. We just tell it like it is on TikTok. Y'all just check us out. We here to stand on this business.